So you want to be a cool Tier 1 operator, do you? You better not forget your cool hat, your cool beard, your cool scarf, your darn cool tactical clothes, and oh yeah, that tactical gun. I'm just joking, guys. You want to be a Tier 1 operator? Find yourself an airsoft gun, a balloon, and a nice dark colored t-shirt. Mr. Turner, is that it? Stay tuned and you'll find out. What's up, my YouTube people? Sitting here in the office with a free day. Figured I'd bring a video to you guys talking about some realistic training. I want to start off by saying this, something I just read in a magazine article I thought was pretty cool. It says, when you don't train, you rise to your level of training, which is nothing. Now, everybody's already heard this saying before. You know, you always rise to the level of training. Okay, your lowest level of training. Excuse me. The last part says, I imagine having nothing to fall back on during an emergency. Is that you? Are you not training? Now, one would assume that since you're watching my videos, or you're a subscriber to my videos, which I want to thank all my new subscribers because you guys are who are pushing me to make better videos and to actually want to bring out good content. But I figure if you are watching my videos, you are here to learn. Now, there might be a few y'all here to... I'm not going to go there. But a few y'all here that are here to learn. And I'm willing to put out the information because I think some are getting some good stuff out of it. And hopefully everybody's getting good stuff out of it. But anyhow, moving right along. I was just sitting in the office reading some articles and things, get ready to write up something for some training I'm getting ready to do in the future. And it's something I've been preaching for a long time, but just wanted to come back and put it on video to renew your thought process on getting some good training. Now, this is something that they were talking about in this magazine article about having Tier 1 training and what Tier 1 is. And basically, when you talk or you hear Tier 1 or you see Tier 1, Tier 1 is nothing more than saying like a high-level trained individual or a high-level training group. And why is that? They are high-level training because, number one, they have the budget. Number two, they're usually some type of specialized unit. Why? Because they go back to having the budget. And so, therefore, this Tier 1 units or Tier 1 people always get the best training because they have the best funds available and they're able to put in good work because of it. Now, how do you at home get good Tier 1 training? Well, it's very simple. Think about gunfights in where you come from or where you are, okay? And tell yourself this, all right? What do I need to practice on? Well, let's go back in history, okay? What are what are some of the things that we know in reference to self-defense and gunfights? Number one, they involve at least one gun. Whose? Yours, okay? So we know there's at least one gun in the fight, possibly two from the bad guy, if that's what they choose to give you, okay? What do we know for second? They usually don't last any more than 3 to 7 seconds. And this is when I'm talking about a civilian to bad guy encounter. Now, police officer to bad guy, sometimes it just all depends on what their purpose is, but most of the time, even in police encounters, no more than 7 seconds. What's the next thing that we know for sure? The next thing we know for sure is that that thing is going to either happen right in your face to a total distance of about 20 feet or 7 yards. Okay? What does that tell you? That tells you your training needs to consist of something that is not only close, but getting your gun into the fight the fastest to end it the fastest. Alright? Now, what are some things that we're missing here? Well, let's go back to that Tier 1 training, the things that they get that you may not think of, or you may think that you cannot get. And I'm going to tell you what it simply takes. Go out, go to the dollar store, buy you a t-shirt, buy you a pack of balloons, buy you some printed up faces or printed off from your computer, okay? Buy that stuff, go out there and let's make some Tier 1 training happen with you. Now you might say, well, Mr. Turner, all I have is an indoor range. Guess what? You have a house. You live somewhere. Buy yourself a spring-loaded airsoft gun. Obviously in the house you don't want to use a CO2 gun, so buy yourself a spring-loaded airsoft gun. Put those balloons up. Put those t-shirts with a cardboard silhouette, and let's start making something happen. Tier 1 training just means, again, they are getting the training that fits the bill. Okay? Every police department, every security company, every civilian should be doing Tier 1 style training. What does that mean? Well, instead of just standing still, shooting at a doggone paper silhouette that doesn't shoot back, it's all static, put a t-shirt on the target. Put a real face on the target. Put a picture of a gun on that target. Put a picture of a knife on that target. I even got a better one for you. You want to get really emotionally challenged? Put a picture of your children, your spouse, your loved one, your dog, or something else right next to the head of that darn target that you're shooting at, and see how much your emotion changes. Alright? Put emotion into it. When Tier 1 operators train, they're doing nothing more than training a lot. Okay? And they train a lot of different ways. Another thing you can do as considering yourself Tier 1 training, train with different weapon systems. Alright? When the crap hits the fan, you got to remember, at the end of the day, your gun is human-made, handmade. Okay? What does that mean? Or machine-made. But what does that mean? It means that they have the possibility of breaking down. There's no such thing as 100% guaranteed working all the time, anything. Okay? We know that if we drink too much water, we overhydrate. Well, if we don't put enough gas in the car, it's not going to run. If the firing pin on my gun wants to go down today, it's not going to run. So, things happen, whether it be caused by human error or be caused just by the machining error. It's going to happen. So you want to make sure that everything you're doing, you're practicing for the possible. Okay, practicing for things that could happen, could go wrong. So again, going back to different weapon systems, you need to learn how to operate a Beretta. You need to learn how to operate safeties. You need to learn how to operate Smith & Wesson. You need to learn how to operate a gun that has a disconnect in it. Disconnect meaning that if that magazine falls out of that gun, it won't fire. What do I do next? Okay, you need to learn how to operate a revolver. Which way that revolver cylinder spins. Does it spin clockwise? Does it spin counterclockwise? These are a lot of things that Tier 1 operators do where they gain the advantage over you, because it's simple thought processes and then they claim a title to it. Tier 1. Alright? Yeah, they may have cooler weapons. Again, they have more money. They may have cooler thought processes. Why? Because they're thinking. Okay? If you're not training, you ain't doing anything. Alright? Remember, you're always going to revert back to that lowest level. Let me leave you with some other good things. Hits on your threats do not equal a win. It simply means you might get a change in the scenario. And we know what? Change is always good. Instead of teaching the target is so close I can't miss within your little 3 yards, 2 yards, 5 yards, wouldn't it be better to say they are so close that I better not miss? Okay, and that's a principle of a lot of people teach point shooting to sight shooting. Always train to sight shoot. Shoot with your sights. Point shooting is not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to hit your target. If you're not indexing your sights, you're dead wrong. Timmy Tom is not going to get up out of his grave and forgive you for taking his life. Okay? Bad shots and tactics are like drunk drivers. Okay? They usually get other people killed. Your bad shooting and your bad tactics are going to get other people killed. We're not here to kill anybody else. We want to eliminate the threat that we're going after. And you got to remember this. And I'm going to end it with this. Bad guys don't play by the rules because they don't have to. They know that you have to play by rules, so that right there alone should give you guys some incentive to train, and train hard. And last but not least, I'm going to go into showing you guys my little new mode of carry. Real quick, because I'm almost at my 10-minute mark. As you can see, guys, no printing from that side. I pull my shirt straight down. Again, no printing that side. No printing. Because I got my number, my 4 o'clock carry right there. It's my Glock 26. And I have my Glock 19 and a cross draw with a flashlight. Okay. My new motor carry, I like it, carrying 2 guns. This is my backup. No, I do not practice to cross draw, shoot. And the reason for that is because I want my mind to go to number 4. And if SHTF, then I'll go here. Okay, if this little bad boy goes down on me, I'm ready to continue the fight with this guy. Okay. Well, Mr. Turner, why don't you carry 2 magazines or another magazine? Again, if my Glock 26 goes down, a magazine won't help me. This bad boy is a working gun. This bad boy is a working gun. If either one of them go down, I have a working gun. Alright? I don't have to worry about a magazine. In reference to my quotes that came to you today, all the quotes were taken from American Cop magazine. Okay? I take no credit for them. Okay? American Cop magazines were the publishers of these quotes. You guys read good content, get good training, get with a professional instructor, tell them to show you some tier 1 stuff. If they say huh or act like they don't know what you're talking about, it probably means that they don't. Okay? Find good instruction, find good ways to train, stop making freaking excuses, get out there, train hard, train right, and always do what? Win the freaking fight. Y'all make sure y'all check out epsta.com and know that I love you. Y'all have a good one.